What's up, everyone? Jamie Calloway here, and I will be making my WWE SummerSlam 2011 review slash results. So, before I get to that, follow me on Twitter, subscribe to my second channel, subscribe to Mr. Just Ray. All links will be in the description. I'm serious. Go look at the description. You see what I see? You see this cup? That's right. Edge. Alright, so getting down to the SummerSlam review now. I rate this pay-per-view an 8 out of 10. I'm taking these guys stuff early. So, I rate this pay-per-view an 8 out of 10. Now, it wasn't like a WrestleMania 17 status pay-per-view. And it wasn't like a horrible pay-per-view. It was a good, solid pay-per-view, I thought. I know there are people out there who are bitching, but it wasn't a bad pay-per-view. I'm not going to let outcomes of the matches ruined the whole thing for me. It was a solid pay-per-view, I thought. But I thought Money in the Bank is the better pay-per-view here. It had much better matches, and everything wasn't fillers. I mean, don't get me wrong, SummerSlam was a good pay-per-view. But I thought that Money in the Bank had the better matches and the better outcomes. I mean, look what we got. We got Daniel Bryan winning Money in the Bank. We have Punk winning and not getting screwed. And who else do we have? I'm forgetting something. I know I'm forgetting something. Oh yeah, and Christian winning. How could I forget Christian? So, like I said, rated an 8 out of 10. So the first match was the 6-man tag team match. And it was Miz versus Del Rio versus Truth. Well, those three versus Kofi, Ray, and Morrison. Now, it was a good opener. It wasn't one of those 5-minute shitty openers. It was a good, solid match. And I rather prefer the heels to win, though. Ray already had his shot, so obviously Ray's getting this. And he's gonna face, I know you guys already know what happened to Del Rio yesterday, but I really don't want to spoil it until I talk about it at the end of the match. So, I don't really mind the ending, though. I'd rather have, like, Morrison get the shot or the heels get the shot. But, you know, it was still a good match overall. And then, Sheamus versus Mark Henry. It was actually not even a bad match. Like, it wasn't horribly disgusting where you wanted to throw something on your television. But the the match was actually pretty decent. I mean, Sheamus did a great job with his wrestling, I thought. Mark Henry didn't do a bad job either, even though I hate Mark Henry. I'm sorry, I hate Mark Henry. It's disgusting. But he had an epic spot at the end, even though Sheamus lost, and I prefer Sheamus to win. I mean, I'm really liking his face turn. I think he's doing pretty good at wrestling, and he's getting a reaction out of the crowd. You know, it was kind of quiet when he came out, but they already built up Mark Henry a lot on SmackDown. I know from watching people's videos and just hearing things. But, hopefully Sheamus will win next time. So, next match, Beth Phoenix versus Kelly. Now, I know some people are really upset about this, the outcome. I didn't like the outcome either, but I did predict in Fort Minor Project's prediction video I did with him that Kelly would probably hold on to the title because, she just got the title. The match wasn't bad at all, to be honest with you. It wasn't one of those 2-second shitty matches that they usually have on their pay-per-view. It really wasn't a bad Divas match. It was actually pretty decent. And I actually watched it, and it's usually your pee-pee break. And I stayed and I watched. That's how much Beth and Natalya brought back interest for me to the Divas division. Though I really, really wanted Beth to win. She'll get her shot, hopefully, at the next pay-per-view. But anyway, next match, Daniel Bryan versus Wade Barrett. Now, I didn't like the outcome of this match either. I rather for Daniel Bryan to win, and he deserves to win. But he has a chance to cash in at WrestleMania and Money in the Bank. Hopefully he doesn't get screwed over whoever the champ is, probably Cena. But whoever he goes after, hopefully he doesn't get screwed. So, anyway, Wade Barrett won. Sorry, this camera keeps turning off on me, but this Daniel Bryan versus Wade match was not a bad match at all, and I enjoyed the match, and I rather prefer Daniel Bryan would have won, though he did have good moments in the match. Now on to the No Holds Barred match, Orton versus Christian. Now this is probably the best match of the night, besides the ending match. I rather prefer Christian to win, but he didn't. But overall the match was great. I'm not going to let the outcome of these matches ruin the match for me. But great spots with RKO midair onto Christian into the steel steps. Awesome RKO through the Spanish announce tables. Awesome moves by Christian to Orton. Awesome spots altogether with that stick they used to hit each other, and when they're fighting all around the arena. That was fantastic. That was an awesome match. Get you into it. But I prefer, why can't you just give Christian more than a month title reign? I mean, a month is much better than 2 days. So what are you going to do? Are you ever going to give him a decent title reign? I hope so. But, it sucks. I mean, Orton can have the title anytime, just as much as Cena can have the title anytime. So just give the title to Orton, to Cena. I mean, what am I talking about? To Christian. It's not going to kill him. You can get the title any other time. A month? You can't have Orton have the title for over a month. At least it was a month this time, not a day or two. So I'm okay with that. But next match is Cena versus Punk. The match we've all been looking for. Oh, the Money in the Bank match was better than their SummerSlam match. Don't get me wrong, both of the matches were great. Though the Money in the Bank outcome of that match was epic, and I'll later get to talking about the outcome of the Cena and Punk match. But some great spots, a great match. Well, maybe not great, but it was a good match. It was a good match. The Christian and Orton match and the Cena and Punk match are the best matches on this pay-per-view. They were really good matches. And first, the match started out slow with small submissions, and just like it did in the Money in the Bank match. Then it would speed up, and they would do some up on the top rope stuff. They'd jump on each other, they'd block, do some flips. John Cena did some attitude adjustments, and then I thought, seriously, there was some pins where I'm just having a heart attack because I thought that Cena might actually win this, or close, where Punk was going to win, and then are they actually going to have them tap out here? Seriously, really, you're going to do that? But, you were buzzing over this match, buzzing over this pay-per-view, and then I had a feeling something was going to happen, maybe Triple H was going to interfere, or Stephanie, or someone was going to do some shit. But Triple H went right down the middle. I thought he was going to have some sort of thing involved. I'm glad he didn't get involved. But then Punk goes to the second GTS to Cena and pins him cleanly once again. And I started dancing, but then I'm just having a feeling something is going to happen. And all of a sudden Kevin Nash comes out, aka Diesel, or whatever you want to call him. For a second, I don't know why, but I thought it was Taker for some reason, which it wouldn't really make any sense. Why would Taker be involved in this? And he's supposedly coming back at Vengeance. But I guess because of the dark hair, and how he had his hair up in a ponytail. But then I realized, oh my god, it's Kevin Nash, which all the TNA people are jumping shift to WWE. And you remember last time, everyone was jumping shift to TNA. I guess they realized the company is kind of crappy now. But I used to watch it when it was relatively good. So anyway, back to what I was talking about. Kevin Nash came out and attacked Punk. Now, I was kind of pissed off at that. It was kind of cool seeing Kevin Nash again because, this was so unexpected. Don't you miss that? Not knowing what's going to happen next. Not even knowing, who's going to come out or what's going to happen next, as I just said. Don't you miss that? It's great not knowing what's going to happen next. Though I prefer Punk stay champ. He did win, and at least Cena did not win. At least he didn't win cleanly out of this. At least he didn't win. And, you know, at least a new talent or a younger talent won something. Though I would have preferred Punk to stay. But now, why did he do this? We want to know the reason to this. Who's getting the rematch? Is Punk? What's Punk going to do now? Like, he still won, guys. But don't you know how, like, this is really interesting. Don't you miss the times where swerves happen and they're really cool, or unexpected shit happens, or holy shit moments, or this is awesome moments? Like, as much as I love Punk, and I respect Cena, I really do, but his character makes me want to punch a fence sometimes. And he has been putting on great promos and stuff, don't get me wrong, and he has been putting on pretty good matches with Punk, but he didn't need to win. Like, Cena will probably win, coming time to WrestleMania. He'll walk into WrestleMania champion. So I'm really interested in what's going to happen on Raw tonight. Ask Millie's today, so don't forget, read the script and subscribe. Tell me what you think of this pay-per-view. Comment down below. And subscribe to my second channel. Follow me on Twitter. And just read the description. Bye!